Man, he really gonna be fumbling today.
What's good,
Yo, who
y'all?
made that
Welcome.
intro song, man? That was kind of tight, man. I don't know. My bad. Do your intro, bro. My bad.
What's going on, y'all? You yo, and he came out the transition ready, bro. You should have said ready.
I like throwing curveballs at Arrington. We got to look, if he's gonna be this media giant, we got to keep him on his game. You know what I'm saying?
He do gotta learn how to handle the interruption.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, fellas.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, open up your show. Open up your talk. What's good, y'all? Welcome to Our Smooth Club podcast, the show where everyday men discuss everyday topics. I'm your guy, as always, Arrington Gavin. Joining me is my bros. Got comedian Ciroc Fox over here. We also got our boy producer, Mr. Cam Godley.
What's goody?
Fellas, what's going on with you? What's up?
You chilling, man.
See, you would have laughed. I thought that would have been how it worked. I thought that would have been. It would have worked out. Well, look, y'all. We got a lot to discuss. So, first of all, how's everybody doing today?
Real good. Beautiful weather today. Beautiful weather today. Yeah.
Look, Cam, you're absolutely right. Beautiful weather. So, look, let me tell you how my Saturday went, right? So, I got a letter in the mail. You know, it's time to renew the license. It's about to expire. It's my birthday. I'm like, okay, bet. Let me go ahead and hit the DMV. Finally turned 21. You know Eric's young. You know he a young buck. Right there.
That would explain the drink. It makes sense. Cheers. Cheers to you, man. Cheers and many more.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, fellas. Very heartfelt. Anyway, went to the DMV thinking I have all my information right. So, you know, got my passport, got a bill showing the new address, because I had to update the new address, and waited in line for about 2 hours. Lines wrapping the whole freaking building. So I'm like, oh God. And it's a Saturday. I think open from like 8 to 12. So by the time I get there, the lady's like, I'm gonna need more proof of information showing about your new address. I need this and I need that. I'm like, ma'am, I just waited in this line, and nor did anybody ever say in what I received in the mail saying, okay, you need more and more information, right? You need this, you need that. We don't get that. All we get is a form we gotta fill out before we get there, and just letting you know, hey, boom, your license about to expire. So I'm like, well, let me make a few phone calls, because she tells me to get back in the line. I'm back in the line, the tail end in the line, and I'm like, oh, I don't believe this shit. So wait, you did? So wait, they started you over? Yes, they started me over. Normally they just be damn. So,
You get back, yeah. That's like that Martin episode when he went to the DMV.
So, a gentleman that was standing behind me, he's like, "Hey, look, talk to the security guard, because she remembers you. She will let you go, you know, ease back in the main line and not have to wait out there." So I said, "All right, let me take that gamble." She let me pass. It was good. I was happy. So I'm like, okay, boom. I got my papers showing, look, primary owner of this new residence, me, literally my closing papers. And I show her that in the bill. I'm like, is this good? Sir, do you have a deed? Do you have a bill you can pull up? I'm like, God damn, man. A deed? A deed. So, of course, you know, I showed my good side.
That's
I literally showed myself, and I'm like, look, I'm not trying to, you know, make a fool out of myself in public. I'm like, hey, I'm a business owner. I don't want people to be like, hey, aren't you the dude, you know, regular? So I'm like, no. So I said, let me just walk.
Yo, Ciroc, here he go thinking people gonna notice him on the streets.
You saw how I looked at her, right? First of all, fellas, I'm quite well known. Okay, I get.
Ain't you the?
you the beard guy.
Get all the time, guys. Get. I don't know why you guys are shocked about this. It's happening on the regular. I mean, it's how I wake up in the morning, how my day ends, 24/7, 7 days a week.
You're
So
right.
anyways,
Finish your
long
story.
story short, my Saturday morning started off awful because I'm like, I end up saying, you know what, I'm gonna just come back on Monday, but I'm going to a different one. I was so pissed because I'm like, lady, I'm waiting in this line. Common sense will tell you, okay, look, I'm showing two forms of information that have the new address. Just let me pass. I just got to get a new license, new picture. Call it Christmas.
You shall not pass.
Look, it was a Saturday and she had time, so there you go.
Yeah. She didn't want to work. She didn't want you to be successful. It's all right. My thing is, I need new friends because how come nothing good ever happened to y'all? Like y'all never have. Every time we do this, every week, we talk about something bad that happened to you, and then we go to Cam and he be like,
Chilling.
And now I sound like the one that I'm bragging with because nothing but good shit happened to me. So I don't even want to talk about
continuous revenue.
I don't even want to
platinum
talk
comedy
about
album.
my problems.
I'm still gainfully employed.
I was about to say, let's go to Cam. Cam.
Nah, we gotta.
How your week go?
We are 6 minutes into the show right now, people. We got to get to the topics. But my week was good. Weather's beautiful. I'm happy. Like, we good. We got a lot of things going on with us as a crew. You know what I'm saying?
He probably got some before this. That's why he was late.
Like,
He probably got some.
life is good. Life is good.
He's real happy right now. He real.
All right, let's get on the topics.
Let's go.
Okay, fellas, did y'all check out? So last night was a busy night. You had two big events that aired on TV. The first one was Chris Rock had his Netflix special that was shout out to Chris Rock. He of course he had a lot to say. It was the first ever though for Netflix, a first live comedy special, like spot on. Like it was taped out. Well, not taped. It was it was recorded out in Baltimore. And I mean, sold out crowd. They had like a pre-show, they had a post-show, and it was dope.
Home of Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
I didn't even know. Is he? Are you bullshitting? Are you for real?
She is from Baltimore.
Dead serious.
Coincidence.
Why
did he sound like Chris Rock?
Let's do it in Baltimore.
How am I supposed to know?
You're telling me that Jada from Baltimore?
Yeah.
Look, first of all, we gotta give all jokes aside, all Will Smith jokes aside, because they're coming. The Smith jokes are coming. Real quick though, this is history made for a comedian to be one of the first ones to test this idea of a live Netflix
crazy.
Special.
Crazy.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
It's insane.
Netflix are always
Absolutely.
the man on the moon, man. I mean Netflix. Comedians are always the men on the moon, and I love it. That being said, I didn't watch it. But I didn't watch it, not because I didn't want to, but because I had prior engagement. But I am gonna go back and watch it because I mean this is history, so I'm pretty excited. Was
it publicized? Because I didn't even know it happened until after it happened.
You know what? It was publicized honestly like months in advance, and then like I'm gonna say it came back to being publicized throughout the week. Saying okay, it's airing this week, because Netflix aired a little teaser on there and stuff.
And then every now and again, when you saw it, when you were like flicking through social media, you'll see a sponsored ad, a quick little 20-second. Hey,
yeah, I didn't see it at all.
And see, everybody was hype about it because they're like, oh shit, is he gonna mention about the slap, right? Is he gonna mention about? Of course,
did he?
Special sense.
Man,
did he?
He went in, and I would, because you guys haven't seen it yet, I would just say it was 10 times better than his last one, Tambourine, and not even if he didn't mention anything about Will Smith and Jada, it was still a great show. I mean, he spoke on some great things.
This is one thing as a comedian though. He would have been, everyone would have been crazy disappointed, especially in the comedian world, if he wouldn't have talked about it. Like that is a
there was no way he couldn't. that wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
There was no way he
but you
couldn't.
can't dance around a whole hour of entertainment and not talk about the time that you got smacked by one of the biggest superstars on this planet. It's
Yeah.
Bahrainians who know who Will Smith is.
And
Like,
from the clips that I seen, he went straight at it. Like
Oh,
he went
he went for
he
the
went
juggler.
in.
I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
You know, when y'all see it, the next show, we definitely gotta. You know, I want to
I'm gonna
hear
see
your
it.
thoughts
I'm
on
gonna see
it.
it tonight. I'm gonna see it tonight.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Hands down. Shout out to Netflix for doing this. Hopefully they do it more. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it for Dave Chappelle. I'm just talking about some of their heavy hitter comedians that are on Netflix.
Oh,
at
you
the
know
moment.
Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Who else got some real heavy hit?
There's this guy Burke something white guy. He's like he's always on stage topless.
I don't
Never.
watch white comedy.
Oh.
So
Oh.
what I'm saying?
Alright.
No, I don't watch white comedy. It's not because I don't respect their craft.
The views that you hear on the show does not really describe.
I don't. White comedy ain't funny. Like, oh no, I ran out of mayonnaise. It's just not. It's just not my. It's just not my thing.
I got you.
It's fair. That's fair. Speaking of Dave Chappelle though, just a quick shout out to De La Soul. You know,
What he do?
rest in peace to the member of De La Soul that passed away. But just this past weekend, they had like a I don't know quite what to call it, but if you know anything about the history of De La Soul, you know that they got wrapped up in a lot of lawsuits for use of samples, basically. So they weren't able to stream their music on Spotify, Apple Music, or any of those platforms. So they weren't able to capitalize off of all the money that came with that. Well, I think it was just this past weekend they had a thing to commemorate them actually being able to now own and share their music. So as a pioneer group of hip hop, I just wanted to just take a quick moment to shout that out because that's monumental
y'all
for them.
Judged me. Y'all would have said something to me if I would have been like somebody died, and y'all didn't say nothing when Cam just said he died.
I said rest in peace. I said rest in peace.
But every time I say somebody died,
You say you asked if Babyface.
But nah, first of all, you asked if people died when they didn't die. You put like
he's still alive.
You killed Babyface. You killed who else did you kill? I feel like you killed someone on the last episode with Marquita.
Can we not just say I killed and then the context in the full sentence? It's easy to clip shit.
Ratings. Go ahead.
And so now it's
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Comedian Ciroc Fox kills Babyface.
How could you? How could you just sit
Let's
there?
talk about Ja, man. Let's talk about Ja. Gang, let's go talk about.
All right. Well, NBA.
Wait, you need the blicky. Where's the blicky?
You need the blicky. Did you see the live? Can I introduce the subject? All right, over the weekend, Ja Morant got in trouble, you guys, and I believe he's suspended for 2 games and a fine for his IG Live posting what looks like an 11 caliber pistol. I believe it holds 3 bullets. And he wasn't even holding it like a gun. Like, you know how people hold a gun. He had it like this next to
his face.
Next to his face. Anyway, before we get our own opinions on the subject, all over the sports world, people are commenting about this man trying to be the first NBA player to get out of the NBA and go into the trenches. I don't know why. This man grew up in a 2-parent household.
You've been talking to Deion Sanders, haven't you?
That's what I'm talking about, Cam. That's what I'm talking about, Cam.
You've been talking to Deion Sanders.
So we gotta do it like Arrington would do it when he brings up the subject. Arrington, tell me what you think about it because I don't know.
He's in his bag today. He's imitating everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Ciroc Fox.
That's what he do. Go ahead, bro.
Get a
Go
round of
ahead.
applause.
Let's talk about Ja.
Well, let's talk about Ja. So, I looked down it and I'm like, okay, what is the why is he doing this? So he did it the night of a loss. They played the Denver Nuggets, lost the game. There's speculation that he was like in the strip club, hence the dark.
He was in
the
a strip
dark.
club
He
in
was
the
strip-
morning. Yeah.
So, Cam actually, I was speaking with Cam about it earlier today, and he spoke. He made a good example.
Don't
It's like,
take my take, man. Let me give my take.
He is right. That's mean.
That's
What
true.
you supposed to
That's
talk
true.
about?
So what Cam had said, what? No, I'm joking.
Like, come on, dog. What Cam? I talked to Cam earlier, and Cam said, "What? Cam is right here, dog."
Then he kick it to you. Ken, what do you think?
And then I'm like, "Well,
Well, I would just say this. I would just say this. Then I'm not gonna say what Cam was gonna say, but I'll just say for this, it's sad to see again people with so much going for them. You know, they're young. He's like I say, he's one of the top players right now to watch in the NBA or just on television right now, and things like that can really put a huge dent. Sometimes even stop a career flow and momentum going on. So yeah, man, it's just it's bad. It's not looking good. I know his PR agent is probably like, what the hell? What the hell were you thinking? But I mean, the suspension is really what 2 games. So
Not that bad. Plus a fine. Well, a fine for them is a drop in the bucket. But overall, it's just stupid. You made it.
It's extremely stupid.
You
It's extremely
made
stupid.
it.
I mean, I hope what he can say. I mean, not just by he's already made a public apology on his social media about it, but I hope that he can at least say visit kids that are that don't have it great the way like how his upbringing was, and just kind of rear them in the right direction. Because this is just, I mean, again, that's full. It's on social media. It's not going away. Even though he might have took it off, it's there. They're gonna somehow find
It's
it.
a meme. It's a meme now. Once you become a meme, you are forever. You are immortalized.
ask Michael
You'll
Jordan."
forever be that guy.
Yeah. So my take on it is, oh wow, holy echo. What happened?
My headphones died in the middle of the.
Mine's still good though. Mine's still good though. Mine's still good.
We are the most unprofessional podcast I've ever seen,
It's
man.
okay, y'all. It's okay. We live. It's all good. We gonna keep it rolling. We gonna keep this shit rolling, y'all. Anyway.
So, I'll keep rolling. I'll keep rolling.
I'll
So,
just guess what he's saying.
Anyway.
So-
Ja, he got to do better, man. He has to do better. And yeah, I mean, Cam, I mean, what's your take on this?
yeah. So, I look at it a few ways, right? First, like, I hate to lend people excuses when they either prove they do or they don't deserve them. But I will say he's a 23-year-old kid, right? I'm not saying that all kids are going to do stupid shit, but like I can't imagine being a 23-year-old with pretty much unlimited resources, unlimited wealth, and just pretty much the right to do whatever you want to do without the experience to the things that you are now taking on in life, right? He's gonna make mistakes.
Is he 23?
Just 23 years old.
23. So I'm like, he messed up. There's no doubt about that. But like when I was that age, I don't think I would have been playing around with guns, but what stupid shit would I have done at that age with those resources? You know what I'm saying? So I like his statement basically saying that I have to do better. I apologize to my family, my team, my fans, the NBA, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I like the fact that he's not digging into this and like being kind of like belligerent about it. Like he's owning his mistake, and hopefully this time away will show him like, dude, you can lose this right away. There have been many of athletes and many of entertainers in general, many of people we see in the public eye that have lost it all with one bad mistake. So like,
Antonio Brown right now performing at Rolling Loud, having people throw footballs at him.
bruh, it only takes that one thing that people is like, yeah, we can't put our trust in him anymore. So I think I'm hoping he has at least some right people in his corner that could talk to him and be like, bruh, you gotta relax. Like this shit that you're doing is not okay. Because what the reason this became such a blown up thing was the story that was released at the end of the week was that he was in trouble, charges were being pressed or something for fighting a 17-year-old. Now, mind you, 17, 23, not that much of a gap, but the 17-year-old is still a child. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just a bad aesthetic when you see 17-year-old. But I think he just needs to take some time away, get back, and then figure out what it is that
Hey,
he's
but
doing.
real quick, that
Yeah.
17-year-old looked like a grown man.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yo,
17-year-old.
I wasn't upset
yeah,
about
and
the
that's
17-year-old like that.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
If the
That's
17-year-old like that who rolls up on me, I'ma shoot him. I'm not gonna fight your big ass. No, no, I'm not.
weren't you
I'm not.
wait?
Cat Williams
weren't
talked y'all well. Cat Williams kind of, he said, look, it don't matter how old they are. It's all about the size.
It is about weight class.
It's about weight class.
If you are not in my weight class, you
Cat Williams was like, little boy. That little boy choked Cat Williams out, man. But yeah, no, I mean I haven't seen the kid, but that's valid too. That's valid too. And I'm pretty sure, like, I wouldn't doubt the kid was talking shit to Ja. I wouldn't doubt that at all. Because that's what it happened. Yeah. That's what happens, But he just has to realize he has to be above all that shit. Or just don't put yourself in them situations.
No, I totally agree, man. I think again, he's 23, so that actually it helps him the fact that he's still young, so he has a long, he has the time to recover. And like I said,
he's gonna be 24 working at Kroger. He keep fucking around.
Hey, look, NBA, look that money right now. So far, a lot of it is guaranteed. So he could be, he won't have to work at Kroger. But like I said,
no, not if
2 games suspension.
Not if he gets
listen.
kicked, Arrington. Not if he gets kicked out. It's not guaranteed at that point.
Because you didn't finish your contract.
Yep.
You can even get hit with legal situations where because you didn't fulfill certain obligations of your contract, they can take money away.
If you think for a second, if he gets arrested or can't play anymore, they're gonna give him the rest of his money. You got another thing coming for you, buddy. All that shit is written in the contract, bro. I think he sees that now. I hope.
Absolutely, he sees that.
Again, I think he sees that.
But what we're like talking about him. Do we even know how you make it
for our audience that's
before you make the wrong one?
For the audience that is listening. For the audience that's listening, Ciroc is throwing up NBA gang signs for Ja.
I don't know where this man is at. This man is at a different location. He's not at the same location as me.
He saw that documentary about the Malice in the Palace, and he was like, I want to be like
I want to top it. I want to top that.
I want to be like Metal World Peace. And slap these kids when they say something about games. But
like before we take a quick break though, like what was his reason to what was the reason to do the video? Why was the reason to have the gun in the video?
He's a kid.
He was just
He's a kid.
Think about it.
Yeah.
It's not a crime to be a grown man and own a firearm. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm a gun enthusiast. Mm-hmm. I collect and like to use firearms for sport. What I have an issue with is that you are in a club or a club-like environment. You got alcohol all around you. Mm. You know your boys are smoking weed. You got women all around you. This is not the situation where you should have a loaded firearm.
I didn't even know you can come in a facility
if you're Ja Morant, you can.
Even if we're wrong about the fact that if he was in a club or his own basement, either way, in that situation, a responsible gun owner would put up their firearms and enjoy the pussy that's in front of them. You don't. There's no reason to be half naked holding your gun and firearm safety is a big
absolutely
dude.
Because the narrative
as it should be with everyone
now in America is like honestly nobody should have a gun, right? And that's one thing where I always differ because I've told you all the time, like I got nothing with weapons. I'm all about protecting your house. So certain guns for people to carry openly, it can be a little, but it's iffy. But again, I know for sure as far as safety reasons and stuff.
That's why it's important for legal gun owners to try to follow the laws to a T, so that when it is looked at in a broad spectrum, people can be like, look, it's not the legal gun owners that's doing this crazy shit. But then you see a legal gun owner doing crazy shit, improper. Holding up the weapon, mishandling. There's 4 safety rules when it comes to firearms, and one of them is never point your weapon at anything that you do not intend to shoot. He had his gun at his nipple. You trying to shoot your nipple off? No. He's slanging it around at the strippers. You trying to bust a hole in the hole?
Ciroc, don't do that. Ciroc, don't do that. Don't kink shame. Don't kink shame. If he wants to shoot his nipples, let that man shoot his nipples. All right?
No.
That's the most Ciroc thing you ever said all year.
Look, it's the new setting. He's showing off the collection in the back. He feeling himself. He real happy today. Cam really feeling himself today. but seriously though, with the amount of money, the success he already has, have security. You don't even need to hold a gun. You really don't need to have the gun in the first place. Yeah. So, Look, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with more Our Smooth Club podcast, a show where everyday men discuss everyday topics.
I'm a master of my mind. Manipulate the masses with motivation to move. This is the only chair I'll volunteer to sit in. Spinning and spinning. Each loop past the mirror, I see a better me. In true destiny, confidence is key, so these 2-week cleanups won't be memories. Hey barber, do you think it's possible to reshape the temple that holds my thoughts? Shape up in the hub makes me bold my walk, cause sometimes a lineup could be your savior. Do you think it's ironic that I can monetize my work when I stick to the master plan and get my taper? No more thoughts of getting burned by the system, and this new product doesn't burn my taper. Thank you. Let's normalize uncovering our bodies from that sheet, and we look stunning when it comes off. Cause we are masters of our mind. Manipulate the masses with motivation to move. Each cut allows more and more room to grow.
What's goody, y'all? All right, we are back with more Our Smooth Club podcast. Hey, be sure to, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the show, be sure to subscribe, follow us on all platforms, social media platforms, Our Smooth Club on IG, Facebook, TikTok. Also on you can find us on all podcast platforms, iHeart, Spotify, Apple, and our YouTube channel, Rugged Evo TV. Again, we're seeing an increase in our subscribers, so please continue to subscribe. Tune in to past shows. I looked at the past. I think we got 60. This is 61, episode 61. Hey, we doing good, y'all. And on top of that, we heading to FM radio, so we getting there.
Just real quick, I don't think this is the reason why, of course, but if you look at the pattern of subscriber rate to Ciroc interaction rate, it's like you know what I mean? Y'all know patterns.
I feel it. Are you trying to say the growth is off?
It's a correlation. It's a correlation. I'm not saying.
Do you hear this, Cam? Do you hear what's going on right now, Cam?
I'm just saying.
I came aboard after Ciroc also, so.
Oh, so both of y'all just okay. Well, why can't it just be, guys? I think just the camaraderie has been not that at all.
I think it's the ethos that.
I feel like every episode, guys, I really know who you guys are truly are. I'm thinking I know you guys, but I know who y'all truly are now. It's good. It's good.
It's the orange lava burst talking, man. It's the orange lava burst talking.
So, real quick, I had to throw in a mention too. I mentioned earlier about it was actually 2 big events that happened last night. So, of course, you talked about Chris Rock special, but also for you MMA fans out there, look, John Bones Jones made his triumphant return after 3 years in a new weight class, in a heavyweight class. He was undefeated.
He got bad by.
Man, he looked so different. He used his regular weight class when he was back fighting. I think it was light heavyweight. He was at 205, right? 205, 215. Your boy is 248 in this fight. Yeah. Comes in a new weight class. It's been 3 years. He dominates with a submission in the first round real quick. and becomes a champ, I just got to make a shout out to John Jones, because he is one of the greatest. I mean, when it comes to sports entertainment, not sports entertainment, but just sports in general, he is hands down one of the greatest performers. And
He came back to the sport with a body like Cam's and dominated. Dude, that is wild. Like,
was that a fucking shot?
no. What? Huh?
All right,
No.
I got you.
Dude, you got no, he's a professional athlete. Like, that's a
I got you, man. I got you. These jokes are supposed to be pointed at Arrington, not at each other. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is, it's difficult for people to realize. You got the microphone.
Oh, my bad.
Get here. It's difficult for people to realize how hard it is to switch weight classes when you have that type of sport.
But you know, is it really hard to gain it though? Like, I feel like the hardest thing is to lose
It's
it.
not necessarily to gain it, but to be functional with it. It's like you a whole nother person.
And on top of that too, the weight class in like going above that power is a lot different. They hit a lot different and they're very strong. So it's a different beast. But I mean, we'll see how long he holds the title. I do want to put out there, Drake made a $500,000 bet on Jones winning the fight. So, you know, there was a lot of people that, you know, bet on that fight. First of all, it was my second time really watching a UFC pay-per-view fight, but being that it was live in Vegas, and see, we're on the East Coast. When this fight started, it was like 12:30 when the fight started, and I'm just like, yes. So the whole thing wasn't over until like 1 something in the morning. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Recorded that. I wouldn't have stayed up.
Man, it was just I don't know. I was hanging with one of my buddies and I'm like, let's keep on watching whatever. But it was a good fight. It was a good fight. I think again, let's see how he does it. But speaking of like, you know, kind of MMA, y'all know there's a league called Power Slap. It's owned by Dana White, who owns the UFC. And you ever see those viral videos like y'all ever see them?
Yeah. I saw the video where dude's face got like dislodged, like,
and it started swollen.
Yeah. The meat on his face got like detached from the bone of his face, and they had to take it to the hospital.
You know what's super wild about that? You know they're not getting any money to do that, or any significant money.
Not anything worth that damage.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
whoo. I mean, obviously, they have hit a time where it's. I mean, that's to me like the most. It's not desperate, but it is. I think so. Because you can do other things. You have an open like for somebody to pout like, oh my god, like
you can't move, you can't flinch, you can't duck.
There's been guys that broke their hand after doing that, right? There's been people that lost their hearing and went blind, like out of all. And honestly,
well, I was gonna say back in the day, Hot 97 had something like that. Where it'd just be everyday people come in and smack the shit out of each other for prizes or some shit. This is different because these are like actual like athletic looking people that probably lift weights and shit like that. I don't care how strong you are. A slap to the face is a slap to the face.
Me personally, I mean, to me it's kind of like a step down for Dana White, even though he's making money and he knows is I mean, people want to see it and it's a smart investment, but I just personally couldn't have that conscience on myself saying, okay, look, somebody could literally like there's been stories of people, you know, not making it after a fight, you know, not in the ring, but like heading towards the hospital because it's already a dangerous sport. Mm-hmm. But now to open and really showcase this and invest in this
take on an unguarded hit as many
I'm
times.
I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan. I've watched it, but I'm just if I was
time out. So you watch MMA where people are literally trying to pull each other's limbs out, and the slap-a-thon is where you draw the line?
Yep.
Yeah. You can't move. It's a difference between somebody who can. Like,
it really is. It really is.
Coming and you have the right. You have a choice to say.
Because check this out, Cam. Check this out. like in MMA, you're right. They can knee you in the face. They can KO, knock you out. They can submit you, or I mean, it's a grappling game, but it's just even fighters, they want to come out not really getting hit at all. So for example, like the John Bones Jones, they went straight into grappling, submission, boom, keep it as that. Most fighters want to fight like that to extend their career and keep on getting more money because they know they're risking their body every time they step in that ring. But to this shit, I mean,
I get
me.
all
Oh,
that.
yeah. Make sure you get a lot of chalk in there. How many times you gonna do? You got to do it 3 times. Like it's just like they got a bare knuckle league, bare knuckle boxing league.
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't do it. That's just
I love combat sports, and I participated in many. Won a few. I don't get hit in the face. In all my time of competing, I have never got popped in the face. I'm sexy. I'm not gonna pick a sport where the goal is to get slapped. Like the goal is to stick your face out, bro. No.
and take it. And then some guys, when they fall, they get those like that lock, the hands locked. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Every person
how
I
many
ever
times-
fought, I made sure they outweighed me. So if they wanted to beat me, they had to like lay on me, not slap me. They would just have to like catch me and hold me long enough. That's why I like fighting big people. They get too tired to do all that.
So I'd be like, what you tired for? You tired for?
Yeah,
This my
doesn't
chance.
matter if you can catch me, then you call me, you won. If you can't catch me, I win. That's tag.
That's
But that's
round
not
three.
slap.
Start round
Smart
three, it's
strategy.
over.
Smart strategy.
Round 3, it's over. Yeah. All right.
But no, I wanted to bring up y'all, and I think this is we speak on some topics that we joke around and stuff, but we always like to throw in somewhat of a informative one where people have to bring some awareness to. So there has been a couple of governors. First one was the governor out in Florida who wanted to review AP African American Studies in universities, like literally saying, let's do a review on that because I want to take some adjustments out of that. I want to do this. That looks like it's gonna show some have some division in the classroom. Let's take that out. So the I believe the school board of the state of Florida had rejected him on doing that, but of course it made headlines because they're like, this is crazy. This is a politician literally trying to change a African American history, right? So fast forwarding, current governor in the state of Virginia, Governor Youngkin, is considering the same thing. He asked for his school board to or the school secretary for the state of Virginia to review AP African American Studies because one of his first executive orders was to end put an end to division in the state. But I'm like, dude, you do realize you're doing the opposite because more education, the more people know, the more actually that benefits learn about different cultures. So I mean, in your view, what do you?
This is why I think AP African American Studies is important. This is why I think African American history, white history is important to learn. American history as a truth should be learned because just recently, one of those senators or one of them, I forgot which state it was, but they were like, yeah, I love this idea of a firing squad being added to consideration for death row inmates. Can we also add? And I should have, because I didn't think I was gonna talk about it today, so I didn't do the full research on where this dude was from. But he was like, "Can we add hanging by tree?"
And
I think it was from either Mississippi or Alabama. It was one of those two states.
Mississippi or Alabama.
And he was like, yeah,
I will double check. We'll double check, and then when the show airs, I'll make sure I put in the comments who he was and what state he's from. But he wasn't like trying to be funny. He wasn't trying to be like...
He was dead ass serious.
Witty. He was dead serious. Like, can we bring back hanging by tree? I like to throw that in there, too. And it's like... All right, Siri. And it's like, the reason why he can get away with saying that and not get so much, like, outrage, it's a small minute amount of anger. But the reason why it's not out of control right now is because our history isn't being taught fully to its capabilities. Strange fruit hanging from the trees. You know what I mean? It's like people forget the reason for that song. And that's why African American studies, white history is important. White history, African American history, American history
I mean,
is important.
really, if you think about it, again, I say it all the time. The USA is a universal. It's universal. It's like there's multiple cultures, nationalities, ethnicities that live amongst in these states. It's good to know a bunch of help. Learn Asian history. Learn them all because
the
you're
thing
gonna.
is though, when you pick one of these, you pick any culture, Asian, Mexican, I don't care. Pick a race. You go back far enough, you gonna run into a white man throwing something at them, saying "Go back home, you don't belong here."
We were good.
Like,
y'all were doing good, but wait a minute.
That's how it be. White folks did it to so many people, and because we don't push that knowledge, we don't push that history, it's going to happen again. I feel like it's going to get crazy again because everybody is just letting so much shit slide with these politicians.
You're absolutely right. What you got? What do you think, Cam?
I just am baffled how some of these people are just so threatened. I feel like they think that if our people get a certain amount of knowledge or something, that there will be some collateral damage for them going forward sometime in the future. So if we stop the educating of what our people went through and things like that and keep us ignorant to those things, then it'll be smoother sailing for them in the future. And that's just my opinion on it. There's literally no reason to cut our history out of the learning process. It's absolute bullshit. And like, I don't understand how they continue to get away with shit like this. Like,
you already know it's that power position, but it's so funny because I'm talking to some of my friends and I'm like, dang, remember in middle school, high school, like when it was Black History Month, do you ever remember getting a quiz or a test on something in regards to Black history? We don't remember any. We were never quizzed or tested or anything. And I say that to say we were familiar with it, but again, I was the minority in my class in my school, so it's like. But you gotta teach other people because it was a classmate of mine made a joke. Arrington, you sound white. At
when
that
you graduated high school, like 2015. When you graduated?
You close, 2013.
You really? I was joking. Wait, you?
Really
I know you were.
I know you were, and I was like, Sirac don't even realize he's actually probably right around.
Yo, I think I was at war in 2013. I was fighting for this country in 2013. That's crazy.
Honestly,
how can you not remember no Black history? It was yesterday.
Honestly, it's
Sirac, he just took those AP classes.
He just took them. Like,
but the funny thing is, it's like you get a student, right, or a classmate say, man, you get the joke, man, you sound white, you sound right, and it's like in the heat of the moment, you're like, shut up, not funny, bad joke. Later on in life, you think, it's like, wait a minute, what does Black people sound like to you, right?
Right.
So in my opinion, that's a form where they need to get educated because they probably don't have any Black friends at all. Nor are they familiar with all they're doing is watching what they see on TV, assuming that it's for that's how Black people act, whether if it's athletes, hip hop, whatever that showcases African Americans most.
Hold up.
What?
White people said this to you?
Yes.
Oh shit! I didn't catch that. Wow.
Yes, it wasn't Black folks. No, it was white people. And that's the thing. Come on. We've heard it. We've heard it many times in conversation. People say, "Oh, this is how a Black guy sound. He sound white. He sound." But what does a Black person sound like to you? That's my counter argument.
Mine was, oh, you sound so educated. Yeah. Oh, you sound so educated. That's why I stopped code switching. I no longer code switch off that conversation. I'll never forget it. Old boy came up to me and we was talking about business and I code switch. Code switch when I talk about work. And when I did it, he was like, "Oh my goodness, you sound so educated. I just didn't expect that from your profile picture." You know what?
You know what? The funny thing is, Sarong, is getting worse now, and that's what kills me. They're saying like, well, we're just tired of the division. We're tired. Well, you wouldn't be tired if you're willing to learn. I mean, that's what kills me. People don't want to learn, and there's some people that. Oh, I'm sorry, Ken. What were you about to say?
I said stop being divisive. Then I'm just adding on to what you were saying. But go ahead.
Absolutely. Like, for people that are choosing to learn, kudos to them, right? Regardless if you're white, Hispanic, whichever culture or race you are. But if you choose to always kind of have like a counter argument, but what if you know what, you're showing your true colors, in my opinion. That's clear as day. You showing your true colors, and that's clear as day. But got to do better. We got to do better, and hopefully there is common sense people in office that are saying, no, you taking a little too far, dude. Because again, they rejected the governor's order doing it, so they can do the same thing here in Virginia. So I'm hoping and praying that they do. If they don't hurt the governor, who it's speculation that he wants to run for president. That's really why he's trying to do all this stuff to help his base and stuff. But yeah, man, it's a lot, man. The world we live in, y'all. The world we freaking live in. Look,
how long we gotta start learning how to cut it below an hour. We gotta learn how to cut it below an hour.
That is true, y'all. Because
coming very soon, we're gonna have two methods of content coming to our viewers a week. So yeah, man.
So I think what we should do, and audience, let me know if y'all agree. All right. So I think what we should do is the first 30 minutes should be radio approved language, and then as soon as 30:01 comes around, fuck them. We fuck them. We say whatever we want to say. As soon as the time says 30:01, fuck them. It's gonna be fuck them time.
Why?
We gonna have it everywhere. It's gonna be a banner.
Why Ciroc sound like one of them January 6th people just now? Fuck them. We're going.
Fuck them.
We're going to the governor. Like that was. Oh, he's
looking at
me like, that time. It's that time.
I'm sorry.
But y'all, but no, Ciroc's right, because look, we're excited. Again, we mentioned on the last show, we are starting March 19th. We are heading to FM radio. We're heading to WNSB Hot 91, the soul of VA, which you can tune in every Sundays at 12 p.m. Our Smooth Club Live again. Also, online, WNSBonline.org. So if you're not in the Hampton Roads area, you can tune in from there. We hype.
Let me tell you, me and Ayrton stare in the mirror, individual homes, of course. He don't come over no more. So what we do, we stare in the mirror and we practice our Hot 91 line. Like we go over it, like the Sims character back in the day when you gotta practice your chemistry, your hi, hello.
Good morning.
So we really excited, man. We got a large fan base that's coming over to Hot 91 to show us some love. And the goal is to get y'all to support us so good that they give us more time. We get in the studio and do more things, more capabilities, more excitement. But we can't do it without y'all. So please keep following the Our Smooth Club with us three. And, the family gonna grow, man. The family gonna grow.
That's right.
This is the part where we kick it to Cam, and he says what they said.
Dang, you said it for me, brother.
Deuces, y'all. There you go. There you go.
Did
right
he put
there.
the music on? I can't hear it. Did he music it? He did a transition right. We getting better. We getting professional.
Why are you doing that?
Do your outro.
Yo, my bad. I was so excited. Be sure again to tune in. We dropping. Damn, I forgot. Okay, audios will drop on Sundays at 7. Wednesday nights, video on our YouTube channel, Rugged Evo TV. Subscribe. All podcast platforms. Look, March 19th. Save the damn date. Save the date.
Come see us. Oh, it's radio. Oh, I ruined it. You say it.
Tune in Sundays at 12, starting March 19th, WNSB Hot 91, the soul of VA.